Good afternoon and welcome again to Netanya, Israel, side of the 2019 Women's European Lacrosse Championship with Steffi Samaras, Ralph Bednarchik. Battle here for 13th place. Two developing nations, Spain and Sweden. Sweden already with 2 wins in the knockout round, officially clinching a berth in the 2021 World Championship in Maryland. Spain can do that today, also with a victory as they play here. Spain picking up a win over Finland yesterday, Sweden defeating Finland, and then a big win yesterday over Italy. So that's where we stand. Blue on blue for the Swedes. The familiar burnt red with yellow trim and yellow numbers for España. Spain with the first possession. And head coach Georgie Hurt of Spain said they had a team meeting prior to yesterday's game. She thought that went a long way after they fell 11-3 to the Italians, and just about playing better together was her message, and we saw a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah, 2 games ago we saw the mark out on Melissa Quigley, and we might even see a little bit of that today. And the Borrega sisters, Mar Camps, they need to get involved a little bit more in this offense. The team aspect really shaped up for them yesterday, but Sweden's team play was also very high yesterday.
Mar Camps, free position, and she puts it inside the crossbar on Jenny Arkeval, the goalie for Sweden. 1-0.
The other is the adjustment that Spain needs to make if Sweden is going to run that specific defense against Sarah Quigley and try to mark her out. Who can step up and be that quarterback for Spain's offense?
And that's what Italy did a couple games ago against Spain, 11-3. That's what prompted the team meeting that had Georgie Hurt asking for the team to play collectively. Sweden, Lovisa Stadelman, and Lovisa, just 18 years old, will collect this ground ball as she battles here and then is fouled by Teresa Monero, the top defender for Spain. Stadelman had a late goal yesterday on a free position to help Spain pull away from Finland. She was called by Sweden's head coach Marcus Lind their most improved player overall. She's come a long way, has only been playing lacrosse for 14 years. More of a track and field athlete in her past, as Natalie Aranda came on in front on Marta Rodriguez in goal for Spain. They will put Aranda goal line extended. While Sweden has particularly come on after going winless through the group stage, but they've looked like a completely different team. And ironically, Marcus Lind felt that, that's the way we were playing before that. But in terms of skills, but their lack of game experience, it took them a while. They had never really playing a lot of 6-on-6. You're not subbing through the box, even officiating, all those kinds of things that are in game situations that you don't get until you are here.
Yes, when you have a roster of only 18, potentially 2 of those spots taken up by a goalkeeper, it's hard to set up what a true game experience is. And it goes back to, I think, the first or second day we had a conversation about how do you compete against your own team to replicate what it's going to be like to compete against another country.
And Stadelman fires. She ties the game at 1. So Lovisa Stadelman continues her strong play and growth. Stadelman now with 4.
And Stadelman taking that strong righty drive and finishing high on Spain. That's going to be interesting because we know that as Latvia walks by. We love you guys. Congratulations.
Ninth place winners, Latvia just about 45 minutes ago. Lovisa Stadelman, by the way, that's her 5th.
And I think Stadelman can be considered as one of our most improved young players.
No question. And we'll be revealing our awards during the championship game once we have one more look at everybody, because every game, Steffi, is now, we start thinking about it, every game is a chance for growth for a player.
And the first 2 games we've had so far this morning have been 1-goal games.
Stadelman, this one carried through. And the pickup here, Marta Rodriguez, and for Spain. And you don't want to basically make a decision too early, because
Somebody may surprise you.
We've seen rapid growth, and that's to be expected, as Stadelman has the knockdown. And the pickup here by Anna Olofsson, a very reliable, intangible midfielder for Sweden. Aranda. And Olofsson under pressure of Monero. Here for Sarah Bjork, who has been Sweden's leading scorer. She's had a strong tournament, especially the last 2 games. 8 goals, 4 assists. Aranda with 6 and 6 have led the team, but they've gotten contributions from everywhere. A couple games back, Tekla Jackson came off the bench against Finland. This is a bouncing shot wide by Olofsson.
I can't wait to see Olofsson grow, especially since she's that intangible player for Sweden. If her stick work and her fitness can continue to grow, it adds a whole nother dimension. I hate to say that this intangible dimension is really important, but as these teams look forward to the Worlds and they know that they're going to have to play against a Canada and an Australia and a US team that have multiple intangible players, it's going to be a huge game changer for them.
Anna Clara Nielsen. 2-1 Sweden as they take their first lead. Anna Clara even got a bit of a face guard yesterday from Italy. That's been the Italian style these last 3 games. And Anna Clara has her team leading 11th goal.
We've seen so far that free positions can be game changers. And if the defense is going to continue to ball watch, get potentially caught in shooting space, it's going to continue the rest of this day.
Stadelman against Mar Camps. And this will be a tremendous matchup. Both very similar, tall players, about 6'2" each. And Camps will come up with it. First meeting between the two, and that was a good game. 9-8, Spain won it. Spain has won 2 1-goal games. Out of the total of 6 that have been played here, Latvia has played in 3 1-goal games, won all of them.
Interesting.
Right? Overtime against the Swiss, and then against Norway today, and then against Austria. That was yesterday. So Latvia has been tight to the wire in the majority of their games. This is Sarah Quigley's shot off the mark. Camps, and he with Selena Hunter. Spain has 2 young players. The best young player we'll be considering, and Catalina Borghera, she's still a high schooler. Older sister Teresa just graduated. And then they have one of the youngest players in this tournament, 16-year-old Marta Bravo. Sweden has the youngest at 15, Emma McRae. And this is a foul as Quigley is knocked down and will get a free position.
And really place this shot.
Quigley has 7 goals despite a face guard for the entirety of the game. Second on the team to Catalina Borghera, and now she's able to just place the shot, and we're even at 2. Eighth goal of the Euros for Sarah Quigley. And she was especially important to Spain in the first couple of games when Spain really needed their training wheels on.
Yeah, she's been this quarterback for their offense, probably the best ball handler on their team. So the face guard for her is even more important when you play that role, because now you have to work that much harder over the entirety of the game just to have maybe a couple possessions in your actual stick.
We've seen the face guard in this tournament each time it's been effective for the defending team, and as tempers flare here after the foul, and now the whistle will blow the play dead for a water break. But the emotions are coming out here. Battle for 13th place. Sweden trying to keep their run going. Spain, with a victory, would qualify for the 2021 World Championship. We're back in a moment to Netanya. Two-two, Spain just tied the game on a Sarah Quigley free position. And this is going to be a ground ball collected momentarily by Edis Kotsinas defensively for Sweden. But it is Kamps up with it. Well, for Georgie Hurt, they're cycling in a lot more people offensively. That's what they've done recently. And just preparing for counter moves. She's added counter moves to their players with the second meeting, a rematch. As of course there's film that is now at the disposal of each opponent, but that's not going to help because that ball is off the stick there of Patricia Vidal and it'll be a turnover. So
and this is just the growth of the game. You know, it's interesting, you moves and counter moves. Some of these girls, that might be the first time they're ever hearing something like that with regards to sport.
And then seeing each other or themselves on film being broken down to could be another new concept. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, for example, at the high school level that they didn't watch film. And now that's very available through the internet. Angelika Karlsson off the stick of Nielsen, so Sweden can't clear. And the pickup by Zoe Geigelberg. Spain the other way, Catalina Borgera.
And as you can see with both of these teams, one, they're just tired. They're tired from already today. They're tired from this week. They have every right to be. So I really feel a lot of these games today, maybe not the bronze medal game and maybe not the gold medal game because those teams are used to it, but these games are going to be about who's got their wits about them when it comes down to decision making, possession, who should handle the ball. Taking risks is going to be a huge aspect. When do you take the risk?
and game situations. And so far, Spain has handled that beautifully because they've pulled out a 1-goal win over Finland. And then against Sweden, as Borgera will handle behind. On the turn, the flag is out. We get the foul. Blanca Alejos approaches calmly, hits the free position. 3-2 Spain.
I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. The bounce shot is so hard to read, especially if you bounce it just inside of the crease. Does the goalie come out and try to trap it on the ground, or do they wait for it to bounce off of the ground and then come up and try to collect it?
Alejos with 3 for the tournament. Sweden has 2 draw controllers that will alternate. And this is going to be Beam Boyson. And reaching high for it is Alejos.
That's a great one-handed grab. Sticks in the right position.
And here is Marta Bravo, who scored yesterday against Finland. All 6 of her goals have come in the 2 games against the Finns, including a standout effort, 5 goals in a 1-goal win by Spain. Their first win, it came against Finland on Friday, 11-10. Crease roll inside and a shot over the top. Good crease roll by Irene Garcia. Backup goes to Sweden. So in better position there was Malin Kusinen.
And we've said this before on the crease roll. If you're going to roll that crease and get that inside lane, going low is going to automatically increase your chances on their shot.
Transition for Sweden. Kotsinas. Pass fired in. Emma McRae got a good look. A quick stick there, secondary break. Sweden keeps it.
30 seconds remaining.
I love the secondary break. You have that second level of midfielders coming in your offensive transition.
Final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. As Sweden turns it over, Geidelberg. Manero. Manero, one of the veterans of this Spain team. Save is made. Archibald kicking out the left foot right before the buzzer.
That foot save, I mean, literally didn't move her stick, just kicked her foot out.
Gets a big hug from Malin Kusinen following that stop. And it keeps the score 3-2 Spain. Spain in another 1-goal game. We'll see how this one transpires as we go to the second from Netanya, Israel. 3-2 Spain leading Sweden as we start the second quarter in the 13th place game. Kamps, draw control. Another tough ground ball that she secures for Spain. Alejos and Quigley have given Spain the lead at the trailing one, make it by 2-1. As Kamps here for Hunter. Spain will ISO Hunter. As she works there against Ellie Smith. By the way, happy birthday, Ellie Smith. Number 5 for Sweden, turns 22 today. Before her senior year at Connecticut College in the U.S. There's a shot by Hunter, but nobody texted her, they said. They have a special Swedish birthday cake waiting for her back at the hotel. So keep it a secret, folks.
Definitely keep that a secret, folks.
So we're going to try and see if people are disciplined in the lacrosse community.
And apparently we find out everything, so we'll know if you text her.
Yes, yes. Teresa Borgera. Spain has had a deliberate approach. All 5 goals so far have been in a half-field setting. Not even a thought of transition yet. Hunter try to split dodge through Olofsson. The double comes from Smith.
When Spain learns to draw and dump, and the person that they dump the ball to actually starts her cut and gets underneath of the double team, I think they could be deadly.
Quigley shoots. Not a great shot. Arkival makes the save. Good job by Kusinin. That is able to just force Quigley to the outside.
Yeah, her angle is taken away dramatically, and that's the shot that Sweden should want Sarah Quigley to take every single time. Because Arkival is going to continue to make that save, and now it becomes a transition for Sweden.
This is off the stick of York. Arkival has to recover, and here comes Raquel Beretta. As Kamps. So Spain throws it away in the clearing process. By the way, yesterday, and Marcus Lind agreed that a couple goals that Italy scored that Jenny Arkival just couldn't see them going out of the shadows, then into the sun at that kind of most difficult time period in the afternoon as Hunter, wave off the goal, picks up the foul and will have a free position.
Yeah, we talked about that. You could tell on 2 of those saves, knowing how she puts the stick protection, she needs to get a better angle on the cage.
Aranda, knocked away by Borgera. Aranda to continue. Well, there won't be any shadows in this game, being played at 12:40 local time. The next game, though, Finland and Italy, which also could have significant ramifications. Aranda, the defender fell. Aranda holds the stick high and then sailed it over the crossbar.
And same thing with Sweden. When their attackers learn that their stick is shifting from high to high, and then they put the ball low, their goal amount is going to dramatically increase.
Stadelman turns the corner. Save made Marta Rodriguez.
That's a great save by Rodriguez. She can't see the ball coming out of Stadelman's stick because it's back behind her.
Manero for Spain. Third game of the final day. Here, this 59-game Women's Lacrosse European Championship with Steffi Samaras, Ralph Bednarchik. It's been a pleasure. Another hot day. The teams will get to relax as the games wind down and watch a third-place game tonight, Wales and the Czech Republic. Great contrasting styles between those two, and then England and Israel, also contrasting styles. Teresa Borgera, and there'll be a closing ceremony. but a great chance for all the developing nations to watch the best teams play, the top players. This ball, as it went into the crease, it will belong to Arkival.
Yeah, I think this is a very emotional game. Sweden basically wants to get Spain back for the win in the pool play, and Spain understands what's on the line. A win here sends them to the World Championships and makes it way easier. They don't have to wait and see what happens between Italy and Finland.
Yeah, and a memorable comment to me, Sweden's coach Marcus Lind told me, is that they're thrilled that, yeah, look, even if we finish 16th, there could be a team that can't afford to go to the World Championships in 2 years. You don't know. They could still probably get in. But we earned it. That we won and we got something out of it in the knockout round, that they don't back their way into it. Here is Catalina Borgera, and she's chased off of her spot as Torstensson would not give up the look. But they earned it with those wins. So they're a qualifier versus a participant.
Exactly.
Catalina Borgera. Spain now leads by 2.
And I love that Catalina Borgera can take that one-on-one. At some point, she is going to have to develop her second level. And there have been a few times where she's had some players wide open, but because she understands that she's such an important part of this team, possession might be more important than the feed to the crease.
The patience displayed there gets Catalina Borgera her 10th. We had Lucy Lynch on, iconic midfielder from England, because she coached both Borgera sisters at the Bennington School in Kent, outside of London. And about their progress, she's coached Catalina since the age of 11. That's when she picked up a stick. So there's going to be a day where Catalina is going to be by far the most experienced player for Spain, probably the next cycle, if not 2 years from now.
But yes.
When some of the veteran players may retire, and Catalina will be, about 8 years in. She's 17 now. So here comes Beatriz de la Fuente. Alejos, checked by Olofsson. (4-2) the lead for Spain. Second quarter action. Zapata drops it off.
Close direct. Close? Close, yes.
Zapata. Flag was out, and Patricia will get a look. Zapata searching for her first goal of the Euros. We've seen the first goals happen even in these knockout round games for players. Patricia, an engineering student. And now a foul. It'll be Alejos that'll get the opportunity.
And if Alejos can run this one in and place the shot.
And Alejos shoots, and that one may have gotten some pipe.
That was very good placement on that. 1 inch inside, and that's a goal.
It stays at 4-2 in the second quarter.
Yes, I see.
Sarah Bjork.
And this is going to be a game of possession.
We've got the water break midway through the second quarter. Spain's lead is 2 over Sweden. Teresa Borgera. Following the water break, Spain with another possession. Sweden yesterday, they had the commanding edge in possessions against Italy. Carrying through, Arkival makes the save on Garcia. And Arkival out of cage for the Swedes, keeping them within striking distance. And Sweden right now needs a good possession.
I like that Arkival has come out of the cage for Sweden, but Sweden's demise has been their offensive transition.
Spain will have it near midfield as they fish out the ball. Irene Garcia continues. Bjork got into the passing lane. She has not been able to quarterback at all in this first half for Sweden. That will need to change. And here on the move was Geidelberg before she lost it. Teresa Borgera saves it.
The other thing that Spain, I know Georgie Hurt will work on this, timing. Timing of your cuts, and you'll see that very evident tonight with the trio of attackers for Israel as well as in the entire English offense. Their timing on cuts, their use of space. And I say this, but the ability to drag space and make it really small and then open it up very quickly is just amazing.
Those games will get started at 5:20, so the first game, Wales and Czech Republic, are going to play throughout a lot of daylight. Then the gold medal game, scheduled for a 7:40 start, England and Israel tonight. Teresa Borgera, goal line extended. As she ducks through and the flag is out.
She's got a lot of space here on this free position. Can she get in?
Teresa Borgera redodges, then ducks through.
I think that free position would have been a good chance.
Instead, taking it to goal. The finish comes for Spain's Patricia Vidal.
I think that particular free position would have been a good chance for Spain to use the tactic of some of the better programs here. Put the ball down on the ground, make sure the officials have everybody set, and then pick the ball back up. I don't know if Borgera actually knew that the whistle was going to be blown as quickly as it was.
Vidal shows patience. And she's one of the returning players from the 2017 World Championship squad that Spain featured for the very first time. At 5-2, they'll redo the draw. 4 straight for Spain. They're going to give the draw control to Sweden. First possession in a while. A minute remaining. Boysen wasn't quite ready. She's got to be careful. And Boysen, fortunate that the foul is called. Clock will keep moving until 30 seconds are left, and then following any whistle, it'll stop. Sweden with Olofsson. There's a foul. There's 30 seconds left, so now the stoppage.
Hay que aguantar. Hay que aguantar este marcador.
Spain doesn't need to do anything crazy here. They don't need to double team. They don't need to go for stick checks.
And the pass sails a little bit behind the attacker darting through Franson. And Sweden unable to get the ball to the crease area. Pass ahead, Olofsson, the knockaway. Chance for Franson. And the first half comes to still not an end. Some time left for Sweden. So Boysen will look for a pass. Boysen has Franson. And that's it. That had to be a quick stick. Spain survives it. They get both goals of the second quarter and have a 5-2 halftime lead. Spain, with a win, automatically qualifies for the World Championship in 2 years and get 13th place in the European Championships. We'll be back in 12 minutes to bring you the third quarter. Spain is 1/2 away from qualifying from the 2021 Women's Lacrosse World Championship in Maryland. They need a win here against Sweden to do that. Sweden has already qualified. They've won their first 2 days of the knockout round. So here is Anna Olofsson for Sweden. The Swedes would love to go perfect through the knockout round and finish in 13th. The loser of this game is 14th. But two developing nations that have made significant strides towards the next middle portion of Europe. We just saw the strides that Latvia made as Latvia won their game earlier against Norway. Very good game. And Latvia won it 9-8. Just the 6th one-goal game, but even Latvia seeing them go through situations. Here's a pass. Olofsson shooting. Marta Rodriguez will squeeze it down to the turf.
That's a great save. That's something that Spain needs right now. And again, we talked about this in the second quarter. Keeping their heads on their shoulders, making sure they're aware, taking care of the ball.
Geidelberg. And Zoe Geidelberg down the middle finds Camps. Spain enters this third quarter still in the midst of a 4-goal run. Sweden has not had the ball much. That has been the main reason for that. As here is Manero. Quigley. Sarah Quigley. She'll continue her move. Sarah Quigley puts Spain in front by 4.
And that's a great take by Quigley. The reason it's so great is that she catches the ball and she goes to cage right away. She doesn't allow the defense to set their feet, adjust to her. That's going to be something really big for both of these countries to realize. When you can catch an attack right away, you don't allow the defense to set.
Quigley that time did not wait for anything, as you mentioned, and well, she has shown a variety to her game, even has played some midfield. And Quigley, with the most experience playing in the U.S., she's also a high school coach there. So she brings a lot to this Spain team that is still learning through all these situations. Lovisa Stadelman against Camps. Camps bottles, so does Sweden. Stadelman. Lovisa Stadelman is held up there. Now, Spain's anchor has been their defense. Georgie Hurd has been able to rely on that. And as their offense has come along, now we're seeing how solid Spain's defense can be. Now they protect a 4-goal lead.
You guys, score! Jenkins, score!
Tekla Jackson has also come in. Here's Emma McRae. McRae, flag is out. And back behind for Aranda. Spain by 4. A 5-goal run.
In that back corner or somewhere behind doing water. Maybe the office.
Quick restart. Beam Boyson makes it 6-3. Or correction rather, off the restart it's McRae.
Hey, you score! 6-3!
1957 seconds remaining.
So 4 minutes into the third quarter, McRae, who's played so much here this week. And Sweden just needs more possessions. Their offense has shown they're capable. For Emma, her 3rd goal of the tournament.
Hey, it's 6-3!
Calm down. I'll take care of it. Just calm down. You're the only one yelling like that. Relax.
Draw control.
That's
Camps.
not cheering. Relax. Calm down. Calm down. You're making a scene.
Leave me alone!
And back out front. Spain will have it. Cristina Velez.
And if you're Spain right now, do you question a lot of things that you do? Look where Quigley has got her face guard all the way in that no man's land area.
And this is a pass that sails through. Quigley was looking for a cutter. Ground ball for Sweden, Emma Fransson. Olofsson. Here's Tekla Jackson. We have not seen a lot of Sarah Bjork so far in this one for Sweden, and she has been their most impactful attacker this year, getting stretched before the game, and maybe a calculated decision by Marcus Lind to rest Sarah Bjork here at the end of the tournament. Here's Marta Bravo. Bravo, and gets the shot off. Back up with Spain.
I think this is when Spain needs to take that extra second to really make sure their passes and their draw and dumps are on target. A lot of what they're doing is going off of instinct, and for as much as I love that, they need to really be patient in a lot of the passes that they're making. That's where they're losing this ball, is in their passing.
Catalina Borgera shot.
And you know me, I want her to release that one low. You release that one low, it's a different story potentially.
Spain by 3. Needing a win to qualify for the World Championships in 2 years. And that could dramatically change the course of where this program goes in attention. Just the 2 years leading up to say that we're in the World Championship. We earned it there. The preparations of that, the excitement that they may get from other players or other young girls that have not even learned about the sport yet, that could have a chance to watch them and be inspired.
Yeah, it changes your mindset. It changes your preparation. It changes your goals completely.
And then trying to split dodge through Blanca Alejos. Alejos. Archibald, look how much room there is. She puts it in. Spain back by 4. Alejos twice has converted free positions.
And again, free positions could be that game changer. I like that Alejos is running the ball in. Ooh.
Hold on a moment. It's an illegal stick. An illegal stick keeps it at 6-3. So no goal.
And it'll be Sweden's possession at the 50-yard line.
That'll take us to the water break. Spain continues to lead. Sweden by 3 then. A win punches their tickets to the World Championships in Maryland in 2021. Still 6-3 midway through the third quarter. Stadelman. Lovisa Stadelman turning the corner. The shot is blocked. Marta Rodriguez is there again for Spain.
Marta Rodriguez, and I know it looks like maybe she's just catching the ball, but that is not how this is working for Spain right now.
Raquel Barreda, who Georgie Hurt said she is our most improved player. Barreda has learned how to play defense by not fouling compared to the last 2 years, as this is going to be a turnover by Sweden, or rather by Spain to Sweden. 5 minutes to go in the third. Each team with a goal in the quarter. Jenny Arkival.
Come on, Sarah. One-on-one.
Sweden can be patient here. Arkival, this is the furthest a goalie has drifted out, and she throws. She had Sarah Bjork, who's now back on the field for Sweden. And here is where it can happen now for the Swedes. Bjork has been very good at quarterbacking the offense. 8 goals, 4 assists. Bjork continues, shoots, and is able to go high to low in an instant. 6-4.
That was a great take by Sarah Bjork, and what she picked up on was that Spain's defense was very unorganized. There is no communicator for Spain defensively. They need to step up. The lowest defender or the goalkeeper needs to be communicating to everybody. Bjork realized that she had nobody guarding her, and she ended up just going to cage.
What a difference she makes. Sarah Bjork, first of the game. She had a 7-point game for Sweden and a lopsided win, 18-7 over Finland on Tuesday. Draw control. McRae reaching forward for Sweden, and for Spain it would be Bravo at their restraining line. Bravo in. Arkival has it in the stick. This is a pass out of the reach of Ellie Smith. Bjork has it. Late third quarter, Sweden a chance to climb within 1. They have not had the rhythm of possessions in this game. Credit Spain for the work by Comps in the draw circle. And then they've shared the ball with an open offense. This is Natalie Aranda. Barreda pressures out. Aranda set her up for the move. Aranda.
And that's that dodge and redodge.
I think Aranda was expecting shooting space there. Bjork is knocked down by Manero. 2 minutes of the third quarter. Good look, that's Bjork feeding Nielsen. 6-5. Timeout, Spain. Georgie Hurt wants to discuss things. Sweden back within a goal late in the third quarter. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter with Steffi Samaras, Ralph Bednarczyk bringing you an important game in the European Women's Lacrosse Championship. A win for Spain automatically qualifies them for the World Championships in 2 years. And in addition, the winner of this game gets 13th place in the Euros out of the 16 teams. Loser is 14th. Comps, Spain's lead that could have been 7-3, but a goal by Alejo disallowed on an illegal stick, and then Bjork coming back with an unassisted goal, and then she fed Nielsen. And here we are, it's a big swing, now it's 6-5.
Yeah, and you're seeing Spain's mental errors. Hunter on that last possession off the draw, all she had to do is run the ball over into her offensive end and possess. And this could be heat, exhaustion, 7th game in 7 days.
Bjork got the step. Bjork again! We're tied at 6. Sarah Bjork has awoken Sweden. Just her presence since she subbed back in has led to 3 goals in 3 minutes.
That's a big game changer. You know, we've talked about momentum swings, and Sweden is on a swing with momentum their way.
30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Stadelman, Comps, and she reached over her.
She's done a very good job for Spain on this draw control. Quigley comes back in. Clock is on the field.
Catalina Borgera. No visible clock here, so the players need to communicate from the bench, and Spain runs out of time. Sarah Bjork brings Sweden roaring back into a tie with Spain. Spain needs a victory to qualify for the 2021 World Championships. A significant next 15 minutes will follow. It comes down to this for Spain. They are tied with Sweden, 6-all, as the fourth quarter is set to begin. From the Tanya Israel, the final day of the knockout round. It's very simple. If Spain wins, they qualify for the 2021 World Championship. If they don't, they can still get in if Italy defeats Finland. Lovisa Stadelman. But it's one thing to back your way in, it's another thing to win it outright. Stadelman shooting. Rodriguez, another stick save low. And then Stadelman was hit in the mouth after the shot. Stadelman shaken up.
Men, get together!
And this will require some medical attention from Sweden's physiotherapist. And Stadelman was played through injury. She got a really bad slash early in the tournament, has been wearing some kind of a very deep kind of arm patch, a very thick arm patch on her left bicep. And now she continues to be tended to. 6-6 is the score. The fourth quarter just started. And that aforementioned Finland versus Italy game is next, scheduled to begin at 3 o'clock local time. And Stadelman now comes off the field. And Sweden can, at this juncture, ill afford to lose the 18-year-old. She's been their primary draw controller, but plays a lot of midfield too. But meanwhile, Rodriguez had made the save. So she outlets here. And Monero. And Monero makes the connection. Cristina Velez. And Velez picks up the foul.
And I understand we're in the last quarter, but now these girls really have to understand what they need to do from a patience standpoint, how they need to take care of the ball.
Quigley turns the corner and is in the box. Handle Irene Garcia. Olofsson stays on her hip.
Make sure your passing and your catching is on point. This is for both teams. Focus on the hips of the attackers.
Beatriz de la Fuente. And her pass sailing away from Alejos. Ground ball. It is Boysen. But Boysen lost it out of bounds. Spain riding hard, gets it back. Olofsson. The ball is going to be with Garcia again. 6-6. Spain led 6-3 and had a goal disallowed. Outside, Alejos, free position. She's already nailed two. And now a yellow card is being assessed on Beam Boysen of Sweden.
Something happened after the play.
So this will be a 6-on-5 for Spain for 2 minutes as soon as the whistle blows. We'll see if the run offense or Alejos will let one rip.
Oh, now look at this angle. If she can get a better angle on Cage.
Alejos charges forward. Save made with the feet there and the stick. But Quigley picks up the extra possession of the ground ball. Quigley had the flag out.
Good decision. Good decision. You can hear Hunter talking to the Spain offense. I agree with you, Spain coach. Georgie, keep the space, keep working. How often have they practiced a man-up situation?
It's a great thought. Quigley! But she just goes in so calmly on the shot. Second for Quigley. Both have come on free position.
Free positions could get this game to a whole nother level. We're seeing it time and time again.
Seven, 6 Spain.
It said 11 minutes.
11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
They read it out after the goal.
And now, late getting into the circle is Sweden. Free possession for Spain. And this is all within the game experience element that Marcus Lind has been talking about. Maybe a bit stunned, and they give up a possession, or at least a chance of the possession, while down a player. 6-on-5. Spain to take advantage. Catalina Borgera will get the free position.
Yeah, and this is something that, you know, I would say both of these teams need to work on.
You have 30 seconds to get inside the circle for the draw after the goal.
And now they're still man up.
Excellent defense by Smith, and Ellie Smith got there, but then the ensuing foul on Olofsson.
And they're going to have Catalina Borgera take it. And again, look at the amount of space that she has on her left side.
Catalina fires. Archibald making the save. Sweden has already climbed out of a 3-goal deficit over a 3-minute stretch in the third quarter.
And they have the ability to pressure the goalkeeper here because they're still man up. Archibald's taking care of the ball.
Bjork, it short hopped her. Ground ball. Malin Kusinin had it momentarily for Sweden. Ellie Smith. And the call will be against Sweden. We've got the water break midway through the fourth quarter.
39 seconds remaining.
8:59, I believe is what I heard, left in the fourth quarter. Following this water break, Sarah Quigley has put Spain in front again. 7-6. Spain protecting an important 7-6 lead here in the 13 versus 14th place game. Winner will get 13th, but more importantly, if it is Spain, they qualify for the 2021 Women's Lacrosse World Championships that'll be held in Maryland.
And again, Spain is man up. I don't think they need to go out and foul here. I think they just need to stay in. The clock is on their side when they're up by a goal.
Here's a feed for Torstensen.
Thanks, Jake.
Bjork with her experience, along with Aranda. And Spain is not going to come pressure out, so we should be all even in a moment.
Actually, I think we're even now. I think the card's already released.
Yes, we are 6-on-6 as I count them up. So McRae back on the field with Torstensen and Boysen in the midfield for Sweden, and a takeaway and a ground ball short of Bjork is picked up by Geidelberg. Ahead, Monero. Monero is stopped. Monero, drop off, open shooter, off the fake! Beatriz De La Fuente!
And that is some patience offensively. She squares to the cage. She throws a stick fake, sees how Archibald is going to react to that stick fake, and then puts the ball in the open net.
Monero leading transition, the former midfielder, before a couple of torn ACLs. Beatriz De La Fuente with a good finish in tight quarters. So now Spain's lead at 8-6. 6:53 remaining, the longest 6:53 Spain perhaps has ever felt. Just a second goal of the tournament for De La Fuente. Sweden, and look who's back. It's Stadelman, back from being shaken up, and she gets it to McRae. Emma McRae. And McRae did not like her angle. Barreda moved it along. Geidelberg, ground ball for Spain. 6 minutes to go.
And again, this is when Spain needs to just take care of the ball. Notice most of Spain's teammates are behind the ball.
Barreda bottled up. Sweden will get the ball back. Stadelman. Now Sarah Bjork.
I guess I'm still really surprised as to why Spain wants to pressure the ball all the way out here when they have a 2-goal advantage. This is when you pack your defense into the 11-meter. Okay, you make Spain move you, and you act as if you're a wall around the cage.
Bjork to try to dissect that wall. Her passing has been very good through this tournament. And then Aranda. Nielsen is a prime target here
And she's
on
looking
anything
to
in the
feed.
crease.
She is definitely looking to feed.
5 minutes left. Aranda held up there by Hunter.
Presionar, presionar.
Italy and Finland will follow. They're keeping an eye on this one, and look out here, Hunter, and a card is coming out against Selena Hunter. Aranda shaken up. They need her leadership on the field. This will be a free position and the worst time to take a card for Spain.
Yes, and this is where now legs become a huge factor. You're going to be man down for 2 minutes.
Aranda, high save made. Rodriguez got it. Shot might have been wide anyway. And now Sweden with some urgency to try to double the ball. They're up a player for 2 minutes. One of the Spain players has lost her goggles, out of the play now. Pass for Garcia. Garcia overruns it. Loose ball. Stottleman. A couple of players tackled. McRae comes out of the scrum with it for Sweden. So still about a minute and change to go.
Get organized, get organized. Both teams need to get organized in this scenario. Spain's man down.
And now the call will go against Sweden. We've got the water break. Ellie Smith chopped down on the ball, but I believe that they're saying her foot was over. And this is going to cost Sweden some. They're going to give the ball up. Or rather, that was Kusinen on the line.
3 minutes and 24
With
seconds.
3:24 left, Sweden trailing by 2. They still have probably about 45 seconds left on the 6-on-5 player up. Fourth quarter goals by Sarah Quigley and Beatriz de la Fuente have given Spain this 8-6 advantage. They led by 3 late in the third quarter before Bjork twice, along with an assist, got Sweden back in a hurry with about a 3-minute stretch. The winner of this game, and should it be Spain, would automatically qualify them for the World Championship in Towson, Maryland in 2021. Sweden, they'd love to go 3-0 through the knockout phase of this tournament. Finland and Italy would watch, and should Spain not close this one out, there's still a chance that if Italy defeats Finland, that Spain would qualify that way. 16 teams here, only one team would not qualify, so, but of course you'd rather take care of the business or at least control your own destiny. Finland has dealt with a lot of injuries, but Italy did not have a good game yesterday. You never know how teams may react in that kind of setting.
And we're seeing that happen to both of these teams right now. The intensity level leads to a higher frustration level, leads to anger. You know, there's so many emotions that are coming to play in this particular game. And this is when experience will almost win out over everything.
It'll be Spain ball, down a player for at least another 45 seconds. Quick check by Kusinen. And along the restraining line, the pickup on McRae. McRae has Aranda open. So trailing 8-6, can Sweden get a quick one? Under 3 minutes. A whistle off ball. They will give a free position to Anna Clara Nielsen.
She's one of the big finishers.
Nielsen, and just kind of shanked it. Loose ground ball. Outside the crease. And the pickup will belong to Spain, Alejos.
This is when Alejos needs to see her teammates, and this is the experience of these two teams. Look how they're not using the width of the field, they're not using the length of the field. Alejos needs to look up and see where her options are.
Hunter about to walk onto the field and now is released. So Spain kills off a 2-minute down situation. Hunter holds. We should hit 2 minutes and the announcement in a moment.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And now you're going to see Sweden's going to come out. Their goalie, Arkival, is out guarding one of the Borgera sisters. This is where it's really important. Stay away from the sidelines. Keep your space. Keep your width. See how almost everybody for Spain and Sweden are one half of the field. This is that time.
And Teresa Borgera scores. Before Arkival could recover, it's 9-6 with about 1.5 to go.
That was gutsy.
Very dangerous there, of course.
Very gutsy.
And the sport of lacrosse, anything can change with the draw control scenario. Timeout here by Sweden, as Marcus Lind is going to preserve some time. Sweden has already killed the clock on 2 other wins here in Netanya. Those were both by a goal where they did not shoot, in theory, either at an open goal or at a goalie.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. They've brought Mar Camps back on because she has dominated their draw control aspect. And Sweden, they need to move fast, but they need to be efficient. Spain, they need to come up with the ball and be very smart. A lot of times what's happening is they're so worried about keeping possession of the ball, they're not looking up and they actually have teammates wide open.
Sweden to talk about it. They need a draw control. And then a couple of quick looks at the cage, but Marta Rodriguez has not given up any soft goals here. And she is one of a handful of goalies that has played every minute of this tournament. There is no backup. She has not had that luxury. Spain is also the only team here that is playing 7 days in a row.
That's crazy.
And they've also played every day game. They've had only one game that started at 5:20. Every other game has been the 10:20, 12:40, or 1 o'clock, depending on what day it is. So they have played in the heat. Of course, it's random, but as we get the foul here against Spain, Olofsson to try to hurry. 1 minute left for Sweden. Olofsson, Bjork.
And this is where Spain needs to get organized. Sweden needs to take some really good chances, but don't throw the ball away.
Bjork, 50 seconds left.
30 seconds remaining.
In front, Aranda, fantastic. Oh, what terrific hands as those two work the crease.
Yeah, that 2-man game on the crease. That's actually the 3rd time they've used it so far this game. Really good play. And how you avoid that defensively is you just don't go behind. You have both defenders play the top side of the crease.
Number 7, Sarah.
And I believe we're under the 30-second mark, so now the clock will stop with every single whistle.
It'll be Beam Boyson that takes this draw for Sweden. Olofsson had position. It's rolled ahead. It is Hunter. Hunter. Borgera. Borgera fouls Ellie Smith. Sweden needs someone to run. They have Olofsson near side. That pass knocked down. Olofsson ahead. Final seconds for Spain. Spain is officially in the 2021 Women's Lacrosse World Championship. They qualify by winning 2 games in the knockout round. They defeat Sweden for the second time. Spain celebrates. Their program and nation take another gigantic step forward.
This is so fun to watch. The spirit of this game and what it can bring to a team like Spain. They have a lot of work they need to do. They know that. They have a lot of developing they need to do within Spain and their program. But they now have a 2-year build out to the World Championships.
The fourth quarter goals by Quigley and De La Fuente set the stage. Teresa Borgera on the empty net to increase the lead. Sweden would just not go away. Congratulations to Spain. They can prepare for 2021 starting tomorrow. Spain a winner. And now Finland and Italy will battle for the final spot. One of them will not be a qualifier. That game is next, coming up at 3 o'clock at the top of the hour. For Steffi Samaras, I'm Ralph Bednarczyk. We'll speak to you then.